What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Mr. Benjamin Gibbard. For those who might have not seen any of the socials, today's set is going to comprise songs exclusively from 1997 to 2001, which is ostensibly the first 3 Death Cab records and a couple other small projects. And some of you guys have sent in some requests, so I'm just going to start moving through them. This one goes out to Tara. Think I'm drunk enough to drive you home now. I'll keep my mouth kept shut under lock and key that's rusted firm, no lie. 'Cause all these conversations whine on and on, on and on, on and on. Drinking champagne from a paper cup is never quite the same. Every sip's moving through my eyes and up into my brain. At 2:30, about time to leave, 'cause the DJ's playing rhythm and blues. Sad, sorry state, stutter step to those slamming grooves as I'm waiting around for think I'm drunk enough to drive you home now. I keep my mouth kept shut under lock and key that's rusted firm, no lie. 'Cause all these conversations whine on and on, on and on, on and on. That song is called Champagne from a Paper Cup. It's from our first album. And we got a request in from, let's see, looks like Gavin Marr. My handwriting is so poor. I write these handles down and then I can't read them. But this song is from the Photo album, which is our 3rd record. And it's the last song on that record. It's called Debate Exposes Doubt. Workadays were propping the bar, quietly erasing the week. And I was in a corner booth, thinking, pretending to read. Oh, fuck, what's that word? Pretending to. Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm going to start that one over. The workadays were propping the bar, quietly erasing the week. And I was in a corner booth, thinking, pretending to read all of it. Under the lead of ones who love unconditionally. Words that we drive into the ground. The repetition starts to thin their meaning. I actually practiced this one too. And everything got frighteningly still as they entered and intersected the floor. And I tried to choke my stare at the perfection that others would kill for. But all of the parts are the same on every face. Few variables change. The difference is pale when compared to the similarities they share. Finally, there is clarity, and there is purpose after all. But every night ends the same as I'm collapsing once more by your side. Finally, there is clarity. This tiny life is making sense, but every drop numbs the both of us. But I alone am staggering. I won one better in rehearsal. I got a couple comments from some people that were watching yesterday that the sound quality was not great. I can't say with any certainty why that was, if you were experiencing that. I think probably it has something to do that it was Sunday and that the internet all over my neighborhood is being completely stressed by people like myself being home all day, streaming things, being streamed, and the like. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear it coming over the the feed, but every once in a while, depending on the day, I get RF interference here in my little home studio from KUOW, the local NPR affiliate. So you might be hearing a little bit of some static maybe in the background. It's a common problem here at Computer World Recording, but hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. All right, I'm going to play a song from We Have the Facts and We're Voting Yes. This song goes out to Indie Rocker Girl, which is a great handle. I had to, how could I deny a request from Indie Rocker Girl? What ghosts exist behind these attic walls? There's got to be a simpler explanation. 'Cause I scrimped and I saved just to find that they've been splicing my invention. Cold skin and bones at this latitude. We ain't paying till the heat comes through. So your slacks and a stocking cap, a wool scarf, and promises of payments were upon your shoulders constantly. But don't forget to entertain, 'cause this is your first defense. A 4-year offense to the devoted type. I may have got an invitation, but I wasn't invited. But I thought that this meant something more than broken hearts and new addictions. We'll leave our sins beneath the carpet twine. Our bodies will dissolve the chemicals in due time. Promises of payments were upon your shoulders constantly, but don't forget to entertain, 'cause this is your first defense. This is your first defense. The song goes on a little longer than that, but I don't think I really have the facility for a full band build here. Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite songs from that era, from the record We Have the Facts from Voting Yes. It's a song about when we were living in this house on Ellis Street in Bellingham, and just kind of about the end of our era there. And the story of, in the first verse, of not paying till the heat comes through is a true story. We were living in this house, as I said, and we had this terrible property management company that prided itself upon taking advantage of college students and low-income people. And the heat broke, and they refused to fix it. And we said we weren't going to pay the rent, and they said they would evict us. And it was a very weird and uncomfortable standoff, which I'm sure is, kind of in keeping with slumlords around America. But, we got that song out of it, so I guess it was all worth it. All right, I'm gonna play a cover song that Death Cab recorded for a single, I believe in 1999, and it's a song by a band from the greater northeastern area called Secret Stars, The Secret Stars, and it's my friend my friend Jody and Jeff from a band called Karate. This was their side project, and this is a song that made a huge impact on me, and we did our own version of it. So it goes like this. Every town has a diner where I'll see you. Oh, let me start that again. A little bit of tea. All right. Every town has a diner where I'll meet you and your friends too. Things are just a bit nicer over some coffee. You can tell me all about your day. I don't know much about you, not that I want to, not that I want to. Sometimes I can't escape from my room, so excuse me, I'll be just a little late. You will wait for me. You will wait for me. Every town has a corner where I'll see you and your friends too. Hang out looking cool, saying the same things over and over again. Sometimes we all feel stupid. We say the wrong things. You're not the only one. Sometimes we all get left behind in a race of style. It's a dumb thing. You will wait for me. 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 That one goes out to Coco Egan on Instagram. Cheers. I think maybe a couple of days ago we were talking, we were chatting. You know, we're all friends here, and somebody asked what was a song that I was the most proud of that I'd written, and I mentioned the song that I'm about to play. Just kind of, as I said a couple of days ago, it was a song early on in writing for We Have the Facts and We're Voting Yes that kind of felt like I was starting to get it. I was starting to capture lyrically what I had heard in my head, or what I thought I was saying in my head. So I'm going to play this one for you here. This one goes out to I'm going to mess up this handle. Kayan Shalahan asked for this tune, as did some of you other some of the others on the chat and on the gram. So I'll play this tune, and then if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, as is our tradition here on Live from Home, just line them up, and I'll knock some out while I'm tuning for the next couple songs. Synapse to synapse, the possibilities thin. I'm dressed up for free drinks and family greetings on your wedding date. The figures in plastic on the wedding cake that I took were so real. I kept a distance, the complications cloud, the postcards and blips through fiber optics as the girls with the pigtails were running from little boys wearing bow ties. Their parents bought them all cash. You this time. Crashing through the parlor doors, what was your first reaction? Screaming, drunk, disorderly, I'll tell you mine, you were the one, but I can't spit it out when the date's been set. The white room seemed to be ingested inaccurately. Hardly moving. Synapse to synapse, the sneaky kids had attached beer cans to the bumpers so they could drive up and down the main drag. People would turn to see who's making the racket it, it's not the first time. And when they lay down, the fish will swim upstream, and I'll contest, but they won't listen when the casualty rate's near 100%, and there isn't a pension for second best or for hardly moving. Crashing through the parlor doors, what was your first reaction? Screaming, drunk, disorderly, I'll tell you mine. You were the one, but I can't spit it out when the date's been set. The white routine to be ingested accurately. You were the one, but I can't spit it out when the date's been set. The white routine to be ingested and accurately. Thank you very much. If anybody's just joining us right now, we are the Royal We are playing songs exclusively from the years 1997 and 2001, and so some of these songs might be you might be unfamiliar with some of them, but I assure you they have been in the world for a very long time, probably longer than some of you have been alive, which is a trip for me. All right, let's take some questions here. Do you have more unreleased? Oh, hold on a second. Do you have? I got this going quick here. Okay. What was your favorite song to play with a Magic Orchestra? You know, I think for those who are not familiar, we did a tour in 2012. There's a record that is a document of that with a group from San Francisco called the Magic Orchestra. And I think probably my favorite song to do with them was the song Little Fury Bugs, which is kind of a deep cut on We Have the Facts. And always kind of one of my favorites, but it was never worked live in the set. So that was really fun to do that one. That was a real trip. I really enjoyed that one. Okay. Andrea Martin asks, who have you been listening to that you would like to recommend? Let's see, what have I been listening to? Just in the last week, I've been kind of jamming on the new Big Frida EP. Frida's a buddy of mine from when we toured together. She opened for the Post Service in 2013. And it's just been really awesome to kind of see her flourish over the years. The new EP is great. There's a great tune on it called She Tipsy, which I think is my favorite. I've been listening to that. I've been listening to a lot of the new Alluvium record. Alluvium's kind of a more ambient experimental project by this guy named Matthew Cooper, I believe, out of Portland. And Virgo 1 is the name of the record. And that's been a record that I've been really tripping on. It's just really kind of beautiful and something you can kind of really get lost in. So those are two things I've been listening to a lot. Let's see here. Let's do a couple more. Somebody asked, have we ever heard from the Bonzo Dog Doodah band? Have we ever heard from the Bonzo Dog Doodah band, which is the band from which we took our name. I have not. Sadly, Neil Innes, who's one of the members of that band, passed away really not that long ago, a couple of months ago. And I was very sad to have never had a chance to meet him and thank him in person. But I know we have some mutual friends, and so I think he was aware of the band. I think he seemed to have given us his blessing, and whichever way was possible. So that at least makes you feel good that he wasn't angry that we used his name. Somebody asked, this is a good question. Denise Guevara asked, what would you tell your 24-year-old self? I think I would tell my 24-year-old self to be a little less precious about things. In general, I think be a little less precious about the work, to not worry about it so much. There's a saying, you spend your 20s thinking everyone's talking about you. You spend your 30s wondering why nobody's talking about you. And you spend your 40s realizing no one was ever talking about you at all in the first place. And I think that what I take from that saying is that, I think when we are in our 20s, we are not yet fully formed human beings. No offense to anybody in your 20s, but you're kind of still figuring it out. You're kind of finding out who you are. And I think when you're unsure of who you are, I'll speak for myself. When I was, unsure of who I was and what I was doing, I was a little more precious about the stuff I was doing, and I was a little bit more sensitive to my position in the world and what it meant. When in actuality, I think a lot of the things that I was worrying about at that age were not worth worrying about at all. People, were not talking behind my back probably in the capacity that I thought they were. So I think that's what I would tell my 24-year-old self, to be a little less precious, to not worry so much about what people think. And that would be a good piece of advice that I would give to any of you who are in your early 20s. This is a pivotal time in your lives. You're trying to find your footing, figure out who you are and what you want to do. And that's just a part of everyone's journey. And so try to not be too precious, not take it too seriously, and allow yourself to make mistakes. Okay, let's do one more here. Let's see. Who would win in a fight, you or Conor Oberst? That is a good question. I have a feeling, I haven't been in a fight since I was 12. So I don't know how well I would fare, but I have a weird suspicion that Conor would go crazy, and that I also have a feeling that he's probably a lot stronger than he looks. So, we're buddies. I don't plan on fighting anybody anytime soon, certainly not him. But, that would concern me. I think he's probably a lot stronger than we all think. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to play a song now that was, this is an all-time quarterback song. And this goes out to my friend Rachel Lawrence, who is in Cleveland. And the song is called Cleveland. I hear it's colder in Cleveland than anything you could believe. And if there was another reason for you to stay another year, I'd go round and round. I'd go round and round. Touch the tip of my fingers. Feel the last of me. Can't be colder in Cleveland than it feels right here. I'd go round and round. I go round and round. I go round and round. I go round and round. Okay, this next song, that one goes out to you, Rachel. This next one is this was kind of this was like, this wasn't the first Postal Service song, but this is the song that kind of set the whole project off. I didn't know Jimmy Tamborello at all, and he emailed me up and said, hey, do you want to, I know you're coming down to LA, do you want to do a song on my record? And I was like, yeah, sure, friend of a friend, why not? And this is the song that we made, and this was kind of the beginning of what became the Postal Service. So this song is called This Is the Dream of Evan and Sean. It was familiar to me, the smoke too thick to breathe, the tiled floors glistened. I slowly stirred my drink, and when he started to sing, he spoke with broken speech that I could not understand. And then you grabbed me tightly, I won't let go, I won't let go. Even if you say so, oh no. I've tried and tried with no result. I won't let go, I won't let go. He then played every song from 1993. The crowd applauded as he curtsied bashfully. Your eyelashes tickled my neck with every nervous blink, and it was perfect until the telephone started ringing, 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 ringing off. Ringing, 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 ringing on. 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 That song is a true story. I had a dream one night involving Evan Dando of the Lemonheads and Sean Marshall of Cat Power. And I saw them in a show, and it was one of those dreams like you're in your house, but you're not in your house. I can't really remember the details now. But years later, I shared this this with Sean, who I did not know, and she gave me a very, very confused look, which at the time was a little disconcerting, but now makes complete fucking sense. If a dude came up to you and told you that they had a dream that you were in, it was completely an innocent dream. There was nothing illicit happening in it, but I could understand why that would come off a little weird. So, sorry, Sean. All right, this one goes out to Ellie. coats and sweaters. I've got long johns under slacks for blustery days. I think that it's brainless to assume that making changes to your Windows view will give a new perspective. The hardest part is yet to come. I don't mind restrictions, or if you're blacking out the friction, it's just an escape. It's overrated anyway. The hardest part is yet to come. When you will cross the country, alone. Okay. This is a song from Something About Airplanes. These things take my time and energies. Don't stand too close without apologies. Cutthroat, cut out, candid glimpses and wind me up. I'm ready. These things take my time and energies. Don't stand too close without apology. Abrupt ending on that one. You guys all right? Everybody doing okay? I'm going to assume that's a yes. Let's look over in the comments, make sure everybody's okay. This might be an apt opportunity to share a cosmic conspiracy with all of you. My bandmate, Mr. Nick Harmer, has a theory that the world went off its axis in early 2015. And that is how we ended up in the situation we are in today. Now, I need to elaborate on this. In early 2015, the Seattle Seahawks were playing the New England Patriots, the dreaded New England Patriots, in the Super Bowl. And at the very end of the game, in what seemed like the most obvious call ever, Russell Wilson threw an interception at the 2-yard line, thus securing victory for the hated New England Patriots and defeat for our Seattle Seahawks. Now, it is Nick's theory, and I'm starting to agree with him, that the world went off its axis when we did not give the ball to Marshawn. For those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because what has happened since we did not give the ball to Marshawn? There's Trump, there's Brexit, and now there's COVID-19. Not saying these things are directly linked scientifically, but I'm starting to believe this crazy theory that the world went off its axis because we didn't give the ball to Marshawn. Every day that goes by, it seems a little more likely. Okay, I'm going to play 2 more songs for you here. This one's from the photo album. I put on my overcoat, walked into winter, my teeth chattered rhythms, and they were grouped in 2s or 3s, like a Morse code message was sent from me to me, and cars on slippery slopes were stuck, people pushing through their mittens as I was beginning to feel it soaking through my shoes, getting colder with every step I took to your apartment, dear. And I was a kaleidoscope, the snow on my lenses distorting the image of what was only one of you. And I didn't know which one to address. Is all your lips moved, and this is when I forget to breathe. And all the things I scripted, they sound unfounded. And it's that look that you're giving me, it tells me exactly what you are thinking. This ain't working anymore. They got their mothers worked into a panic, sledding down hills into oncoming traffic, and parents laid clothes until the children couldn't move, and then left them outside till their noses were blue. And I got left there too. I put on my overcoat, walked into winter, my teeth chattered rhythms, and they were grouped in twos or threes, like a Morse code message was sent from me to me. Actually, you know what, you guys, I lied. I'm going to play two more songs. I forgot. I had another request in here that I needed to play. So we'll play two more. I want to give a special shout out to a friend of mine. His name is Dr. John Halper. He is a gentleman who has been a friend of the band for 22 years, and he's an ER doctor here in Seattle. You see him at shows all the time. He's always taping shows, and he's just a very effusive and wonderful man. Before I had health insurance, or a lot of my friends did, he was always willing to see us and give us any kind of medical help that we needed, free of charge. And he is on the front lines of this COVID-19 battle as we speak. I mean, he is in the ER in Seattle as we speak, and he is kind of relaying to me what he's seeing and how serious this is. And I am very concerned for his well-being. He's a gentleman, not to make him feel old, but he is in an age group that is he's in the danger zone, I should say, and yet he's going in every day, and he's doing the work that needs to be done. And I am, it's easy for me to sit here with a guitar and play songs for you guys. That's an easy thing for me to do. And I'm glad that it's giving some of you some respite from what's going on in the world. But what John is doing is really, really, really hard work, really dangerous work. And I've never been more honored to call him my friend. He is a wonderful human being. So I'm going to dedicate this set to him. But I'm going to dedicate this particular song to my friend Trevor Adams. And it goes like this. Last night I dreamt that I was you. I was dressed all in black with dark glasses and attitude. Such a pose I could simply not hold through days in the northern town that I had once called a home. Your studies of fringe New York streets, I was reading pavements. Every word you would speak to a brownstone up 3 flights of stairs and it's on. Buying drinks for the poets upstate, this southern corruption towed you down the interstate. They all said that you were the king of a gloomy disruption that surfaced when you would sing. This town cannot begin to compete, so I'm packing my bullets and silver tones and heading east to a brownstone up 3 flights of stairs. It's on, it's on. If I could have had my way this year, would Bridge 66 again. Trust fund hipsters were casing the room, chock full of amphetamines. The overturned kick drum boom set the pace with incomparable cool. If the tempo was lousy, it was lost on all but you. As your studies of fringe New York streets, I was reading the pavement, every word you would speak, to a brownstone up 3 flights of stairs. It's on, it's on. If I could have had my way this year, Bridge 66 again. If I could have had my way this year, Bridge 66 again. That's for you, Trevor. Love you, bud. Okay, I'm I almost said all right and okay at the same time. Thanks for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna play one more tune for you. I'll put this out on the socials, but tomorrow we're just gonna move up through the years. Tomorrow we're gonna do 2003 through 2005. So that will include, of course, Transatlanticism, Give Up, Homie P, and Plans. So get your requests in on that. And we're just going to move up through the years. We're going to just kind of dig into a bunch of tunes that I have not played in some time, hopefully. All right. This song is from our first record. It's a cover by a band called the Revolutionary Hydra. When we were making the first record, we only had 9 songs. And we needed a 10th, and we thought a cover would be a good idea. So we covered this song by Jay Chilcote called The Face That Launched 1,000 Shits. And it goes like this. standing up in my practice room. I'm all alone. The speaker's almost blown. And my new Gibson amp. Oh, what the hell? Things are not so different. In my vocal master, you're the face that launched 1,000 shits. Greeks and Trojans and their 1,000 shits. The shits lining the shores of Asia Minor. Lining all the shores of Asia Minor. You can tell that I'm not a minor in Asia no more. I'm standing up. This is the face that launched 1,000 shits. I'm standing up. This is the face that launched 1,000 shits. This is the face of Charlotte now. Will never have replaced, splitting up his kingdom into 3 separate parts for his sons and the 3 separate hearts. All right, guys, take care of one another. Be kind and be kind to yourself. I'll see you guys later. Bye.